Let's talk about 70/20. What is 70/20 and how does that compare to 70/19?
So 70/20, as I understand it, um, it again applies to the contractor's covered information systems that manages control and classified information. But it
Mhm.
also, and you've got to be able to provide the government access to those systems in it, in case they want to do either a medium or what's called a high assessment. So
Mhm.
when you do your own self-assessment, they consider that a basic assessment. It's self-attestation, so it hasn't been verified. So when you do this, it requires, you can submit that to the SPRS if there's already not a score there. However, you've got to now allow the government to be able to come in and do their audits if required, and you've also got to insert the uh, clause into all subcontracts that you have before awarding those subcontracts as a prime contractor. So that's key. So that's where they really want the flow down of this capability to really follow the controlled unclassified information with all your subcontractors.
Gotcha. So in terms of and the government reserves the right to audit, right? If you see a 70/20 clause, that doesn't mean they're going to come in, right? That means that you've got to file your self-assessment, and then based on those answers, I'm assuming, or based on what the criticality of the information in that particular contract is, how they'll decide whether or not they're going to come and audit you.
Yes, that makes sense. And the medium audit is less invasive than the high audit. It's basically looking at your system security plan and a few other items. The high audit is where they're going to be on site for a period of time.
Hmm.
And they've published some cost estimates where the number of medium high audits are in the hundreds. So
Hmm.
they're not going to be in the thousands on an annual basis.
Yeah, yeah. I thought I saw something like that. A few, like 200 and something on the, or maybe on the medium, and like 100 and something on the high, or something crazy like that.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah, 200 medium, 110 high. Yeah, I actually took a note when I read it because I thought it was interesting. So it's not going to be a ton of people that are going to get hit by that. But that being said, depending upon where they see that score, yeah, I imagine they might, as John Ellis from DCMA says, we reserve the right to audit anyone based on our, I forget what the word is, our prerogative or something of that nature.
That's true. It could be due to a cyber incident that you decide to go audit, or
Mhm.
spillage, or something else with
Whistleblower, right? Would be it. Would,
whistleblower
would
could
would
be
be it.
another one.
Yep. And that's an important thing, I think, if anyone that is listening. Um, uh, I just went through that RP training from the CMMCAB,
Yep.
and I was not aware of that on these false claims acts that there's a whistleblower uh, component to that, and whistleblowers can get somewhere between 20 and 30% of the settlement.
Yes.
Some of these settlements are into the millions.
And
I
if
mean,
you
you could make a career out of just, just, just blowing whistles and going and laying on a beach somewhere, Scott. Me and you work way too hard.
that shows you the importance of when you're submitting these scores into that database, though, you better be sure of what you're doing.
I
Because
think
if
that
you do get audited, the False Claims Act is definitely a hammer they're looking at using.